Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hey, just want to say thanks to everybody for tuning in. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, post notifications. Just shouts out to all the Patreon members. So I just been busy the last few days. I haven't been able to put out much content like I want to, but I will. Sorry about last night. I was so tired last night, and I had to get up early in the morning. I couldn't even do the live stream last night. I was just so tired. I literally would have just fell asleep on a live stream. But I will promise you guys I will be going live sometime tonight. I don't have the time, but I will go live tonight. I'll say um, maybe around I'll say between 9 p.m., between 9 to 10 p.m. tonight, I will be going doing the live stream. Anyways, yeah, let's get right on to it. Make sure I got the right tab. Okay, no, that's not it. Okay, so let's do an update, see what's going on with the crypto market with Bitcoin and Ethereum and everything. All right. So taking a look at the altcoins, a lot of alts took a hit today. The market just kind of cooled down. We had over the last few weeks, we got a few good pumps, but the market is we definitely took a cool down. Let's take a look at the one top 100 cryptos right here. So yeah, definitely the market we slightly went down over the last 24 hours, but it looked like we're definitely in a new accumulation mode right now. Definitely in a accumulation. This is the perfect time to get in on load up on your favorite cryptos. That's cheap again because like I said, these prices will not be like this forever. But I know by now most people's already stacked up on their positions. It's just a waiting game, just a game of patience. But anyways, we got Bitcoin at 103, 103,000. We got Ethereum at 2470. Okay, we got XRP 235. So the market is kind of flat over the last couple of days. We got Solana at 166. Not bad. And it's down 5% for the 7 day. XRP is down for the 7 day. But most of the top, blue chips are kind of, are slightly, they're just trading mostly, yeah, they're just trading mostly sideways pretty much. Anyways, let's check out the fear and greed. We got fear and greed at 66, the altcoin index at 22, CMC 100, 201. The total market cap for crypto, we're at a 3.2 trillion market cap for the total crypto market. So yeah, guys, that's what's going on with that. Anyways, a few days ago, few of my subscribers asked me about Spell token. I really don't cover this coin like I used to. I kind of, over time I shied away from it. But this was a crypto at one point in time I used to hold, but I'm not holding no more. But I guess I'll do the video. No, few people ask me about it. I guess there's some of my subscribers are, I guess just, they must be bullish on Spell. Let me see here. So right now the price is at 306030 right now. Like I said before, this is a crypto that I've held before in the past. But I kind of, like I said, I shied away from it because I just thought, long story short, I just felt it somewhat like underperformed over the last couple of years. I've seen other cryptos just pump crazy over the last couple of years, but Spell, okay, let's go back to the 1 year chart here. Let's look at this 1 year chart. See, it's down 28% in the 1 year. And I remember, last summer when I was holding a big bag of it, and it just, if you go back to, let me see here. So it looked like January of 2025, beginning of this year, it pumped up to 2017. And then, like I said, it broke out a few times, but not nothing spectacular. Like I'm talking about like a real breakout, like 100%, 200%, 300%, or something like that. When you start talking about those, X's or two, three, four, five X's or whatever. But if you look at the price of Spell, what it does, it sometimes it'll pump a little bit or whatever you want to call it, a fake out, whatever. Then next you know it, it just goes right back down. So I'm looking at the 1 year chart. The high was 2017, but like I said, then after that it doesn't go up anymore. It just but it's also based off market conditions as well. It really follows Bitcoin and Ethereum pretty hard. I think it follows it a little bit too hard, but I noticed that whenever Bitcoin and ETH dips, this coin even dips hard. So yeah, look at that 1 year chart. I remember last summer of 2024 when I was holding it, it pumped a little bit, then it just came back down. Like I said, I'm looking at the one. You look at the all-time chart of Spell. Look at that all-time chart. Coin market cap is showing 3 cents, but I think it was a little bit higher than that. Then it, that was back in what 2021 when it came out, October of 2021. It was, yeah, it was at about, somebody told me it was at between 6 to 7 cents. Coin market cap is never going to have the real all-time high, but then it came down all the way down to like to the three zeros. Looking at the all-time chart here. But for some reason, the coin just never can break out. When I say break out, look at like the XCNs and Swifts and other coins. Over the last like year, that did like real breakouts. But but I'm thinking maybe Spell is gonna um maybe it's gonna fool everybody and just pump when it gets ready. But we'll see. I used to think this coin was gonna hit like 5 cents or whatever. But now looking at it now, I don't know. It just can never get its momentum going. Like it'll pump a little bit, then next thing you know, it's going back down. You be like, okay, what's going on? Long story short, it just never really had a major breakout. Where you can actually like, where you come back and say, yeah, I hit a 4x, I hit a 5x, hit a 6x. It never did. But if you bought Spill at the bottom, you're looking at that 1 year chart. If you bought it back when it was like at 303 or 304, I guess you could say you're in profit. Because I remember when it came all the way down to like 30 like 4 over a year ago, a year and a half ago. And if you're holding it, I guess if you're really holding it long term, like long term until it hit a certain price, I guess it'll be a good investment. But anyways, it'll like sometimes what'll happen is like it'll pump over like 10% of a penny. Sometimes maybe it'll pump up to 15% of a penny. Then after that, it just comes right back down. It just, like I said, it like I can't remember the time when I saw Spell like in the 20s, like at like 2025 or something like that. You know what I mean? If you look at the year, like I said, looking at this 1 year chart over the last year, the high was 2017, and that was the high. Then it came back down. So either people took profits then, or they lost their profits. Only two things happened with that. When it pumped to 2017, people either took profits, ran away with their profits, or they stayed in and lost their profits. That's the only two things that, like I said, that would have happened with Spell if you've been holding it for the last year and a half or so. But anyways, like I said, um, long story short, like I said, I used to hold Spell, but I'm like, you know what, I'm out of this. I found better. You could definitely find better opportunities. You know what I mean? It's a at the end of the day, it's a DeFi project. Um, One thing I did learn, I think they do have a pretty good staking program. Like they got the whole Abracadabra thing. I think that's their staking thing they do. Yeah, it's called the Abracadabra, and they're also connected to like some type of a stable coin or something like that. If you're actually like in the ecosystem, if you're taking advantage of their ecosystem, I guess that's cool. You know what I mean? But hey, if you're actually holding a token, hey, it's definitely a long term hold. Definitely want to have an exit strategy for this coin for Spell. I'm giving it maybe 1 cent tops. By the end of this year, by 2025 going into 2026. I don't know. Maybe some people have more higher expectations. I don't. If you look at what this coin has been doing for the last like few years, it just never got that real breakout. It is what it is. But like I said, I'll give it 1 cent, maybe. Maybe it'll probably go up to maybe 80% of a penny or 209, 90% of a penny. But I'm giving it like price range, I'm giving it 209, 90% of a penny to like 1 cent. Hey, that's gonna be my final price prediction for Spell. I don't know, I could be wrong. Tell me what you think. But like I said, I'm doing this video because few people ask me about Spell, what I think about it. But like I said, I'm not in this play anymore. But like I said, hey, but whoever's still in Spell, hey, good luck to you. Hey, I wish you can do a 50 to 100x, man. Whoever's still holding it. But anyways, that's my take on Spell. Um, yeah, that is my final price prediction. I'm giving it like maybe 209 or 1 cent, by 2026. But anyways, yeah. That is my take. And oh, did I go over tokenomics? Let me see here. Yeah, Spell has 210 billion coins. You know, that's per Coin Gecko. Coin market cap is off. Well, it's showing circulating supply. Okay, let's go to Coin Gecko. Then I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up because coin market cap is going to be off with tokenomics, but the majority of the time. So let's see here. Yep, yep. Just like I said, the max supply 210 billion. Total supply 196 billion. Yeah, and the market cap currently is at a 97 million market cap. So yeah, I think Spell, if like I said, if they decide to pump it, I don't know, for some reason they don't want to pump this thing. I don't know why, but yeah. But like I said, at one point in time, I was holding Spell at one point in time, but then I decided to get out. But anyways, I thought I'd do this update since people was asking me about it. But yeah, tell me what you think. I know there's a few people that still holding. But yeah, with the current tokenomics, 210 billion. That's the reason I only see this coin going up to maybe 1 cent. And that's just being nice when I say it can possibly get to 1 cent. At the high, maybe. That's a maybe. But anyways, that's my take. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button for post notifications. Also, hey, get over there. New to the channel. If you haven't signed up for Patreon yet, definitely get over there. Only 15 bucks, 15 bucks a month, the same price as a Happy Meal or a combo meal. So definitely, if you can, get on over to Patreon. Yeah, man, I got low cap gems. I've been covering over there for the last like 7 months now, and we got our live chat group. We talk about crypto. We talk about crypto news. We're a pretty like-minded community, and we're growing. If you want to connect with me one on one, want to send me a private message, got to get over to the Patreon to sign up, man. And you can also DM me privately. Then most of the time when people sign up, then I get the notification that I got a new Patreon member, and I send you a message right away, say, hey, welcome to the community. But anyways, yeah, that's it. It's going to be in the description at the bottom left for the Patreon. But anyways, I'm going to get out of here. um, Happy Saturday, everybody. I'll see you guys later tonight. I will, since I don't have to worry about working tomorrow because on the weekends I'm working this part-time gig, so I've just been kind of busy. But I have no work tomorrow, so hey, I can do the live. I should have no problem with doing a live stream tonight. But anyways, catch you guys later. Peace.